It's Friday afternoon. I finished training all of my clients online and I am ready to eat. I'm gonna be making an easy, quick stir fry that I wanna share with you guys. This stir fry sauce that I make, I use it universally with any kind of animal protein and veggies that I have in the fridge. So let's dive right in. To make the sauce, I'm gonna add half a tablespoon of coconut palm sugar. Then I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of regular soy sauce, 1 teaspoon of sesame oil, 1 tablespoon of mirin. If you don't have mirin, you can use dry sherry, Shaoxing wine. Then we're going to do 2 tablespoons of oyster sauce. And then I'm going to do 2 tablespoons of mushroom soy sauce or thin soy sauce. This is a Thai thin soy sauce. You could also use a Chinese light soy sauce as well. So 2 tablespoons. Stir it up. And that's it for the sauce. I've got a baby head of Napa cabbage. You could definitely just use half of a large Napa cabbage. We're going to slice it up. I like separating the leaves and stacking it up. When you get to just the leaves, I just cut it about 1.5 inches, so you can kind of keep it fat. Then we're going to roughly chop 3 cloves of garlic. Just a rough chop here. I've reconstituted some dried shiitake mushrooms. I'm going to cut the stem. You can save the stems for stews or soups. I'm going to thinly slice it. Now I only had 3 left in the pantry, so you can use 6 to 8, as much shiitake mushrooms as you like, and of course you can use fresh as well. I've got a couple green onions. I'm just going to cut the root off. We're going to use it as a garnish. And I'm going to thinly slice the green onion, and we're just going to set it aside. I've got 12 ounces of shrimp. You could absolutely use ground pork, ground beef, 3/4 to 1 pound. You could also use thinly sliced pork loin as well. I just happen to have some shrimp that I'm going to use. I'm going to season it with 1 teaspoon of red mint salt and some freshly grounded black pepper. So I've got the pan preheated to medium. I'm going to add some olive oil. You can use lard, tallow, duck fat. Just make sure no vegetable seed oils. I'm going to add the garlic and the shiitake mushrooms. Give that a stir. Then I'm going to add the shrimp. While that's cooking, we're going to add just 1/4 of the sauce so the shrimp can absorb it. Give that a stir. Once your protein is pretty much cooked, we're going to just plate it up aside. Then I'm going to add the cabbage. I'm going to add the rest of the sauce. Give that a stir. Then I'm going to close it so it steams. After a couple minutes, we're just going to see if it's wilting. Yep. Now we're just going to stir it up. A lot of liquids has come out of the cabbage as well, and from the steam. Then we're going to return the shrimp and garlic and shiitake back into the pan. Give that a stir. Let it boil for about a minute. Then we're going to turn off the heat. Okay. I'm going to place it right into this casserole dish. If you have a bowl, a big bowl, that would work too. I don't have any big bowls here. Then I'm just going to top it off with the green onions. How amazing does that look? I've got a bowl of rice here. We're just gonna plate it up. Make sure we get the juices. And then we're going to top it off with a little more green onions. And last but not least, I love adding, if I can remember, a dollop of grass-fed butter. You ever have soy sauce and butter? It's so good. Here it is. I'm going to stir up the butter in it. So adding more fat like the butter is going to keep you satiated and just add more good flavor. I love shiitake mushrooms in any kind of Asian dish. It goes really well in stir fries as well because it has a lot of flavor versus, you know, the regular American mushrooms. Even oyster mushrooms or like the king trumpet, there's not a lot of flavors in those even Asian mushrooms. I feel like shiitake is blasting with umami flavor as well. I hope you like this easy stir fry recipe. You can totally use this stir fry sauce universally. Mix it up with different kinds of animal protein, different vegetables, and even with noodles as well. If you're not subscribed to me yet, please go ahead and click subscribe. If you enjoyed this recipe, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next video.